And it looks like we're live. 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 Now I can hear myself, and I think I've fixed the problem. Gonna just start that. Okay, welcome back everybody. Sorry about any audio errors we might have experienced, but I see that none of you are here yet, so we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. So, new rule I'm setting for myself. If I haven't at least gotten to a Nether Fortress within the first half hour, the game is dead. So we've got a guest lined up for Thursday. Ulan, who was in the chat, will be joining me then. And you know, when I started investing, I specifically wanted to avoid the situation where I was constantly looking over my shoulder at stock tickers. However, I find that just at the moment, I am entirely okay with watching the stock ticker over my shoulder. I have it open in the other window at the moment. And the reason for that is because an interesting thing happened. I understand that the people over on Wall Street Bets believe that what has occurred is what they call a short ladder attack. And basically, if I'm reading this correctly, or if I read correctly before I started playing, the way this works is that a group of people, in this case, Wall Street Bets is suspecting Melvin Capital and Citadel and similar. Am I getting an echo? Bizarre. Alright, well, Wall Street Bets is suspecting that, yeah, there it is again. What the crap is going on? Oh, the tree's exploding. Okay. I rarely stick around long enough for that to be a problem. I don't think I've seen it happen with anything other than swamp trees. Anyways, Wall Street Bets thinks that Citadel and Melvin Capital are basically making a bunch of noise about an ever-descending bid price in order to attempt to drive down the price of GameStop shares. There's also been an interesting development where somebody has been running news stories about what was the headline? It was something to the effect of Reddit crowd takes aim at silver. Now, I've been monitoring Wall Street Bets for most of the weekend, and the only news related to silver on that front is the memes that Wall Street Bets has been generating, where people have been slamming these large institutions for having the gall to think that something like just saying it would convince people. But as James pointed out in my stream on Saturday, that message is not... Well, that message is probably not intended to convince Redditors, even if some portion of Redditors actually believe that the people over at Melvin are considering it a Melvin versus Reddit, or a hedge funds versus Reddit ideological battle. And further reading suggests that, further reading on my part has suggested to me that the people on Reddit don't actually think of it ideologically at all. So the Redditors probably don't think of this as an ideological thing at all, but at the same time, it probably is a bit strenuous to really fully get into the other guy's head. And I think that news stories to the effect of Reddit crowd takes aim at silver, spurious though it is intended to get retail investors who are not a part of the Reddit in crowd to refocus away from GameStop. So the ad is not aimed at Redditors, it's aimed at people who have been paying attention to Reddit in this connection, but who are not part of the Reddit in crowd. That was a single piece of iron. I am disappointed. And this is a dead end. Whoops. Crap. That was supposed to be an axe, not a pickaxe. Well, we live and learn, and more importantly, we learn and we live. We'll get it eventually. In the meantime, let's find some iron. Just sweeping my baffles to make sure that I'm not being tailed by something. Six pieces of iron. That's enough for everything I need, and a sword. And I want to see where this is going to go. Yeah, so I don't really know how many and how credulous the people who are part of the Wall Street Bets in crowd are. On the one hand, they're making all these kind of juvenile memes, but on the flip side, they definitely have a few fairly canny people among their numbers. People who really understand what goes on in the stock market, in as much as that's possible, and who are keeping an eye on current events closely enough that they will know to a nicety when or if the short squeeze really starts to happen. So I guess my real question is, how many of the people on that website how many people on Wall Street Bets will see the news stories and the memes about the strategies that the hedge funds and other institutions are using to try and prevent what's happening? How many of them will see those stories and think, oh, they're clearly targeting me personally as a member of the Reddit community responsible for instigating this whole thing? I want to know how many of them fit into that crowd. And I would like to know that because those memes take up a huge amount of space on Wall Street Bets after people actually commenting on their stock portfolios. It's one of the major activities of that community. And if there are people out there who are wholly or partly taken in by it, then it undermines the usefulness of the whole enterprise. I need to get myself some food in a hurry. There's a second entrance over there. Good to know. Light up. How we doing on time? Jeez, 13 minutes already. Okay. I need to find the materials I need, and I need to find them in a hurry. There's another bucket that could be useful. We'll need a bow eventually. That's about all I expect out of that one. Come on, give me the other one. This is next to useless. I guess I might be spending too much time talking on this talk show stream, trying to keep my thoughts in my head straight enough long enough to make an intelligible comment on whatever it is I happen to be trying to comment on. And I'm getting low on wood besides. How do I want to do this? The usefulness of that book is going to be contingent on my finding a anvil to work with. usefulness of everything else is going to be contingent on finding more wood. So it looks like golden apples are less useful than I'd expected. Hello. This widens back out, and it goes up. Is that somewhere I've been already? I'm guessing it has been. We've curved around enough for it. We still need to save one of these. That's an interesting sound. And it seems to have come through this wall. Jeez, yeah, we've got iron, but with 12 minutes left to find another fortress, that's... Oh boy, that's a steep order, that is. I don't even think I've seen gravel. At a certain point, I almost have to start regarding flint as a scarcer resource as iron, even if it is slightly less critical that I find it. I know there are ways to start fires without flint and steel, but yeah, we can do that. Note to self, do not dump the axe. We got all the iron we're likely to need. That's a creeper. Yep, there's a way out. Bugger. Shield. That's what I forgot. A shield. Come here. I should mention in passing that part of the motivation behind getting this timer put in was not that I expected it to be good enough to do this with perfect efficiency, but because I needed to set a upper bound on my own inefficiencies so that I didn't wait around for things to just catch up with me. Good grief, that witch is relentless. It's still gonna be another minute. Oh my. Jesus. She's still coming. The question though is, can she see me? Actually, you know what? We're still going to be here a little while. We can cook up the remaining iron while I dismantle this. Six minutes to see a blaze spawner. Hell of a thing to do to myself. mine this with a... Can't mine it with a... what do you call this? Iron pick. For those of you who tuned into the last Survive or Perish stream, or sorry, the last Completion or Perish, need to learn the name of my own show. The thing where I do what I'm doing now, but on Saturday. I had been thinking about that hit subscribe to your Twitcher O random reviewer business. And the thing is, I get that it should be viewers and not reviewers. However, if you look back at the lyrics to the original Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, the line that's replacing is, "O Valley of Plenty." There's no... there are no syllables in that musical phrase which are held for more than one note. And that's what was tripping me up about trying to go to, "Oh random viewer, oh random viewer, oh." It's because it's got the wrong number of syllables in it. And that can be irritating. The part of my ear that's listening for... Well, I guess I should say the part of my mind that's listening for information along the lines of what it all sounds like. The part of my mind that is listening for information about what the song should be sounding like cries out that I had the wrong number of syllables, if indeed I do. I think I need to admit to myself here that I'm not going to make this. I'm going to have to accept a limit on my own inefficiency, or in this case, I think, on the RNG. We got iron, and we got flint. So really, the missing element was a portal we could activate. And so far, I'm not seeing any partially wrecked trees, which might indicate where we can find some. And at 2 minutes left, I doubt we're going to even be able to complete the portal, much less enter it and find a blaze spawner. So this is going to go down as the first world I ever streamed where I ran out of my self-imposed time limit before I ran out of anything else. Well, no, actually. It's not going to do that. There have been worlds that I gave up on because of inefficiencies, but never on a formal timed basis. Still, no reason not to show willing. Let's run out the clock, boys. And, you know, if we see anything especially dangerous, we can run right at it screaming something. More dangerous than a cow, I should say. That was not the timer. What was that? That was the UVic Student Society trying to make me care about their elections. Alas. I'm not yet feeling so full of myself that I will do much more than that. Seems like a good message there. You should follow that instruction. The button should be just below the bottom right. If you're watching this on YouTube, on Twitch, that'll be where you can find the follow button, and I would encourage you to do that as well. Gotta fill out those numbers somehow. Alright, what do we got? Bit of a valley. Cow right there. Not just a bit of a valley. A fairly substantial valley at that. Things that make you go, So not just a valley, but a full-blown hills biome. And a hills biome in which we've got a cascade of lava heading down one side of the valley. But oh whoa, what's this? We've got a hole in the ground. And it's got coal in it. So I'm thinking that for my Thursday stream with Ulan, in addition to doing this a couple of times, I might also fire up a creative world in which to finish sketching out my plans for the house on the multiplayer server, as well as to tinker about with some redstone designs for building a better bell ringing machine. I haven't got much against these hill biomes, but the way that they confine your movement does put a kink in things, and I've just realized that I didn't hit start on the timer, so now I have. That'll upset the data set something fierce, but that's what these tests are for. Never thought I'd sink to bludgeoning sheep to death with wooden implements again, but here we are. Stock ticker is going down again. Wonder what's going on there. Perhaps them Reddit boys were right, and they've managed to spook most of the normies. By they, in this context, I mean the hedge funds and institutions. But also probably some of the Me Tooist Redditors who only got into it because everyone was getting into it. You know, there have been IQ tests for close to 100 years now. I wonder if anyone's found a way to measure somebody's nerve, their capacity to deal with stressful situations. That's something I'm going to look up after I'm done here. Is there a nerve quotient? A willingness to stare stressful situations in the face and not blink. I hear skeletons. Peculiar. Sand, dirt, sand, stone, gravel. Flint. That was a near thing. Glad my reflexes are getting a bit better there. That would have taken me right out in a previous playthrough. Holy cats. Wait, what am I thinking there? There. Now it's portable. It's all for me pants, me iron pants. It's all for the swords and the shields. Oh, I spent all my gold on the lassies, don't you know? Across the western ocean I must wander. That's not good. I've missed several vital opportunities there that I could tell even as I was singing those lyrics. Those are amateur lyrics. We gotta do better. It's all for me pants, me iron pants. It's all for the shields and the swords. Oh, I spent all my gold on the piglins, don't you know? Across the lava ocean I must wander. There we go. Better. Still needs polish, though. Why am I mining coal? Come at me, bruv. Oh dear. Only one string out of all of that. Oh, it's a spider spawner. That explains it. I am so screwed. This is a dead end. Okay. That's 3 string though. A definite improvement. Okay, I should cut down on that. Am I right? I am right. Nice. Where's the zombie growling coming from, though? That is most decidedly not nice. Perish. There we go. Where'd you come from? How are we doing on time? 18 minutes. Slightly ahead. Not significantly, though. 2, 3, 4. Yep, so we've got everything from that end of things which we need. By the time I need a bow, it'll be too late to make one. Dead end. Dead end and no other minerals. Sounds like lots of zombies through that wall, though. I wonder what's up with that. 2 arrows. Back out the hole we go. Things that make you go, Today's things that make me go, is the question of where I can find some additional open ground. That's the thing we need, is open ground. You know, those territories where everything is easier to see. There's none of this hills getting in the way. Just open plains as far as the eye can see. With maybe a village at the end. Not that a village would be as useful as it would have been 10 minutes ago, but still. I distinctly remember requesting the exact opposite of this. We're going from hills to extreme hills, if not actual mountains. That is most non-excellent. Ugh. Hello. slightly easier to cover this ground, if nothing else. I still don't like it much. Dang. Je ne suis pas un traceur. I am not the parkour guy. I don't like the look of this one bit, I tell you what. We've got taiga biomes and extreme hills and mountains and Lord knows what else, but no sign of a standing lava pit or of a hole that might be big enough to have lava at the bottom of it reachable in a reasonable amount of time. Actually, let's get some opinions in the chat somewhere along the line. Is it faster to go... Would it be faster to go searching for deeply buried pits of lava that are almost certain to be there, or continue to search for above-ground lava pits? That is a question worth asking in this context. The other question worth asking in this context is how much longer can I keep running for? I think we're gonna have to go in that direction. I'm not seeing anything too interesting in that direction, but sure beats the hell out of the alternative. We can finish cooking that the next time we make a camp, but it'll hold us for now. It's more freaking hills. Hills! planes. The soundtrack in my head is Megalovania, specifically from the Homestuck soundtrack. Never got into that Undertale business. I think this is our stop. Now it's changed over to another Leslie Fish song. That one is... Jeez, what was that song called? Like so many of those folk songs, it has a non-obvious name. There we go. I think it was The War is Going Home. Why won't it fall over that side? It is unclear. I've done something wrong here, and I'm still not sure what it is. Jeez. There we go. We're gonna switch sides for this. And quick change it. Okay. How are these doing? All right. I think we're good. Into the hole. How we doing on time? 3 minutes. All right. Let's see what we can manage in 3 minutes. Very definitely not an optimal way to start this. Piglin child. kid. No other ways out up there. And nothing I overlooked over here. Stock's not doing much. As the umpire of this dog and pony show, I am giving myself until I break cover, and a little bit more time than that, I should think, before I give up on this world. Hey! Good morning, Ulan. How are you today? Wait, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked. It's Monday. Okay. Can't go that way. Ah, yes. Tea. It keeps things civilized. High enough up in the grand scheme of things that I shouldn't be just digging forever. But if I burn through another pickaxe, we might be hooped. Obviously, I've got enough resources to put another one together, but at this kind of speed, it's almost not worth it. Still got inventory space to fill up with another rack. We'll need to see what breaks first. My health or my patience. See you, Ulan. Have fun with the busy work. Aha! We've broken cover. So, what do we got here? Nothing that away. And scarcely better this away. Not much in the way of vantage points. Red forest right next to a blue forest. And no sign of anything immediately useful to me. Marvelous. Well, these two sons of mothers might be useful to me. Hey lads, hold still. This is gonna blow your damn mind. Psst. Come over here. Could really do without these Enderman death sounds. I don't have a saddle though. I could lure them, but I don't have a way to get them to do what I want. Still, probably better to grab a warped fungus and never need it than to need a warped fungus and not have it. Oh. And since we're going to run out of these in short order, another one of those will not go amiss. So how do I want to do this? Well, that was nearly disastrous. interesting that the burning sound from magma is the same sound you get from burning wood. It was clearly patterned off of burning wood. Like real life burning wood, I mean. Those hard ones are tough customers, I tell ya. But we've licked them for now. Aha! Come here, my son. Soul speed 2. Good to have. If I had an anvil. More arrows, thanks. Don't need a block. Whoops. Well, that was... Oh, hello. Hello, Alvin. Alvin the Texan. Thanks for joining us. I was trying to find a nether fortress, but unfortunately, it's it's not been going too well. It's really not been going too well. However, once more onto the breach and all that. Thanks for tuning in, Elvin. This one's for you. Gonna start a 30-minute timer, because if I don't get anything useful done in 30 minutes, then I probably won't be getting anything done on this world. You should take some tips from my LOL. From your laugh out loud. I'm almost certain that what you meant was not in fact what you typed. I'm always willing to learn, Alvin. What hot tips you got for me? I've deliberately refrained from calling what I'm doing speedrunning because it's really more of a completion hobble at this point. I have never won Minecraft solo yet, so the goal at this point is a little more modest than actually trying to get in under a certain time. You play extremely slow. Well, I guess you're in good company then. Welcome to the stream. I don't seem to be having much luck with this seed. No obvious holes in the ground full of iron and coal right off the bat. And as for that biome can shove itself right up its spawn coordinates. You're trying to sleep? Like right now? And you tuned into me to help you sleep? At least 50% of the time, I'm the opposite of ASMR guy. But if you're trying to sleep, I suppose I could make an exception. Speed bonny boat like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to sky. Though the waves leap, though the rain roars, thunder clouds rend the air. Baffled our foes stand by the shore, follow they will not dare. Speed bonny boat like a bird on the wing, Onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to sky. Though the waves leap, soft you will sleep, ocean's a royal bed. Rocked in the deep, angels will keep watch over your sweet head. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to sky. Going high on that last verse was a mistake. I'm sorry about that, Alvin. I hope you're still with me and that it's not just a mistake. You know, I don't think I've actually been called angelic anytime recently. Still, I should say, follow for more serenades. We do this a few times a week, usually with singing. And usually with more holes in the ground that have coal in them. Come on, Minecraft, you're better than this. Thank you very much, Alvin. Your contributions to my gradualist attempt to take over the medium are much appreciated. Be sure to tune in on Thursday morning at around the same time. I will have Ulan, the previous commenter, on as a guest. That's not something I do with all my commenters, mind you. That's because Ulan has... Ulan is a friend of a friend. I could go for another somber song if you're still looking for something to help you sleep, but the only other somber song that springs to mind is a bit of a tearjerker, to tell you the truth. You got the emotional fortitude to listen to that sort of thing just at the moment? Alright. This song is called The Pilot's Eyes, and it is a ballad of a spaceman of sorts. He couldn't see the moons or suns. He couldn't see the stars. He couldn't see the docking lights, so he hangs around the bars. But in the life he left behind, he lived beyond the sky. He's grounded, useless, hopeless, for a blind man cannot fly. Now the man who flies a starship drive is a god to other men. No faults has he that they perceive, no flaws that they may ken. But should his body fail him, or his senses let him down, they all ignore his time at war. Alone he stalks the town. So the blind man sits and dreams of ships in the foam of another beer. A pilot sneers, the blind man hears, and he sheds a ductless tear. For once he was a soldier in a war to save his race, till laser knives wiped out his eyes and left him half a face. Now the Starfleet's free with liberty, except in times of war. So comes the day the blind man's bay rings loud with space no more. The fleet is called, the ships lift out, the battle cry is blown. Left behind to drink his wine, the blind man sits alone. Well then, suddenly, close fire breaks free among the spaceport bars. Enemy signs behind the lines, destroying home fleet's stars. The blind man leaps to safety as the laser heat burns through. He alone may save his home, he knows what he must do. Through the sounds of war that blast him o'er, his memory is true. He finds a ship, a shuttle slip, abandoned by its crew. He waits until the scanners sound, the battle is above. And with a prayer to gods of air, he gives the jets a shove. They said it was a stroke of luck that shuttle's engines blew. They said it was the hand of God that aimed it straight and true. They said it was the fates of war that saved their home that day. Shot down the rebel leader and so chased his force away. They never found the blind man in the wreckage of the bar. They made a cave, an empty grave, to a soldier of the stars. They then forgot the blind man, but I can't forget that night. I was a child alone who saw my father's final flight. He couldn't see the moons or suns. He couldn't see the stars. He couldn't see the docking lights, so he hangs around the bars. But in the life he left behind, he lived beyond the sky. He's grounded, useless, hopeless, for a blind man cannot fly. No, a blind man cannot fly. Target acquired. Well, that's embarrassing. Forgot where I put down my own crafting bench. How am I doing for time? 18 minutes. Yeah, okay. We can manage that. Bit of a weird glitch there. That's a predicament and a half, to be certain. Come down here. Let me whack you into the lava.
really prefer to be doing this kitted up in iron, but beggars can't be choosers. Alright, into the hole I go. Will I survive? Nobody knows. It's a shame that shields don't follow the progression that other tools do. If I could make a shield out of stone or gold, it'd go a long way to improving my survivability. Gold, 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 gold. Alright, let's see here. What have we got? Great big gap out that way. Don't see anything out that way. I guess we'll keep on plugging for the short term. Nothing useful out that way. I mean, at least it's somewhat more traversable than the forest was last time. What's our timer doing? I don't want to accidentally wake up Alvin. those before it ends up being a problem.
Is that? It is.
Okay, we have seen the fortress. We can cancel that timer because we are rapidly approaching the point at which I am probably going to die anyways. Great self-talk, Tavy. You're sure to win with that kind of an attitude. Why, you might almost be unbeatable. Well, that went poorly off the bat. Come on. There's one. This is gonna go all kinds of poorly for me unless I can get some iron in a hurry. Get a shield. That is not a shield. Okay, well, that's awful. Truly inspiring gameplay. Hello, Piglin. I don't suppose there's any chance you'd consider teaming up with me against this blaze. Or perhaps that you will have something useful to sell. Come on, bud. I will accept anything useful at this point. Psst. Hey, buddy. Come here. Wow. Amazing shot. It's unlikely that there's going to be a bastion right on top of this anywhere. And I'd have better luck finding iron in a bastion. This is quite a predicament. I wonder how I'm going to get myself out of this one. I guess the only thing for it really is to go hit blazes and hope. Hit blazes and hope is hardly an inspired strategy, but you know, in the circumstances, it's hard for me to think of anything better. Oh, and now I've aggroed the skeleton. Okay. That could have been much worse than it was. Come on, if you think you're hard enough. Two down. Or three down, I suppose. Too risky. Slow and steady. Plenty of food. Reasonable amounts of time. Well, actually not reasonable amounts of time. This is definitely the last world we're playing today. Let's complete or perish. That's the name of the game. Complete or perish. Looks like it's perish. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to come back on Thursday when I'll have Ulan on as my guest. And head on over to YouTube to see all the back issues. YouTube, Tavy the Terrible.